All right, guys. So mark this date on your calendar. August 3rd, 2022 is the official date that MUI Goku is getting nerfed. And I'll, this game does not nerf characters in specific. In very rare occasions, they do. The way they're nerfing this MUI Goku, I believe, is going to be a shadow nerf. I like to call it a shadow nerf, which is a direct counter to a character that's been a problem in the meta, which, let's talk about it, guys, because MUI Goku is definitely a problem in the meta. He's a problem in the meta just because he can play so passive, and he's a really good character as well. But he is going to get nerfed here, guys, a shadow nerf. I'm going to use the word shadow nerf, right? What does shadow nerf mean? It just means it's not a direct nerf to the character itself. It's a way to counter the character in a nerf fashion, right? So this Majin Vegeta, we all know this LF Majin Vegeta, is going to get a Zenkai. He does 40% extra damage to Goku, so to Goku characters. Now, that in itself is crazy, guys. We're going to be breaking down. There's plenty of other things that's going to get added onto this. Number one, he's a blue character, right? Let's start off with the basics. Number one, he's a blue character, so he's going to directly counter with color advantage over MUI Goku. And then on top of this, he's going to get 40% damage inflicted to Goku's. And on top of that, he's going to get a Zenkai. And on top of that, we're going to be going over his equipments really quick. The best equipments to use for this brand new Majin Vegeta, which is going to be one of this one. Now, this one is not the best equipment. It's a very tanky equipment. But it also has strike attack, right? Which is a little bit of nothing too crazy there. But he actually does 10% extra damage to Goku. So that's an extra 50% damage just to Goku characters, guys. Just to Goku characters. So that, and on top of that, people forgot that when this character transforms and he pops his main ability, his super does an extra 100, whopping 100% damage inflicted to the next super, which is one of the most heavy hitting supers, right? It's his final explosion. So yeah, man, it's pretty gnarly to say the least. And on top of that, he also nullifies special cover change. So that's also a really good thing right there. And he's going to get a Zenkai. And look at his stats. His stats is really, really good as well. 266 strike attack. That's probably going to pass for sure 300k. He's a very defensive character as well at 170 each. Now, let's break down his equipments to use, guys, because I believe you're going to be seeing this guy float around to counter MUI Goku for the fun of it, and I cannot wait to use this character. I'm missing literally 400 Z power, guys, only 400, not even a full copy of this character to max him out, which is crazy, but I still have him nearly just almost maxed out, which is going to still be a very, very heavy hitting. It's not going to be noticeable, but yeah, this equipment here, like I said, is going to be super tanky. You can even build the tankiest build around this character. That's what we're going to do, guys, because he's already very heavy hitting. And now if you build this correct tanky build over him, it's going to be crazy, because look at the first slot. Base strike attack and base blast attack defense, both 25% each, as well as the second slot, an extra 10% to health, guys. Health is a big deal. It's pretty much just an all-around buff to your defense, which is really good. So that includes strike, blast, supers, blast, tap attacks, tap shots, all that good stuff. So special move damage also to 10%, which is going to be, his final explosion. There's actually an official name for that. It's not called final explosion. I believe it's called here in game. It's called Pride Staked Assault. I prefer final explosion, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, and then that third slot that we discussed. Now, another really good one is obviously this one, which also has a very tanky build around it, but a whopping 35% to his strike attack at the third slot. Now, this is a big deal because he's also a melee type unit. We're going to make him an all-around monstrosity of a machine here, because he's going to do a lot of damage, not only with his strike attack, his super, and he's going to be able to tank as well. So, key recovery, 15% is not that cool. I don't really like that. It is what it is, though, but slot number 2 is also 15% each to both strike and blast defense. Now, we have some other more tanky equipments, and I believe if you guys have to farm any equipment, even if it's tanky or not, it'd be this one, because this one is just an all-around offensive. Like, you can just slap this on and then build the other 2 slots with tanky equipment. For example, right? Here, we can get a base strike attack up to 20%. It's an awakening equipment, so it might be a little bit more challenging for most of us to get, right? And then as well as another base strike attack up to 10%. So that's already 30% just off of his base strike attack. And then an extra 10% to a special move damage, which is great. And then as well as a 28% to base blast attack. So I guess that's fine too. Now, in terms of the build that I told you guys about, check this out. Base health down here, up to 7.5%, plus the other 10% that we saw in the other equipment, right? And then as well as this also gives out, you know, some base strike attack and key recovery. This is not the best equipment, but yeah, I just want to show you guys all the options you guys have, and you guys can make your most educated decision from there. So yeah, here is another special move damage, 13%. You can make his special move damage hit really, really hard, like an extra 35% to special move damage. So also base strike attack here and some base blast defense. But if you guys want to add on more health, get this brand new equipment here. It's very easy to grind. It's not the best equipment, but you know, it's tanky in itself. Base track defense plus 12%. That could have been higher. Base blast defense up to 13%, and then base health up to 10%. So his base health could also hit 30%, which is a big deal, guys. That's 30% of your health. So if you guys, for example, have 1 million health, you guys are going to get an extra 300,000 in health. So, you know, this Majin Vegeta does have some really good equipment, and we might even get some brand new ones. And I'll keep you guys updated tonight because we're going to get a brand new weekly reset. Some leaks from Renzi in about 6 hours, give or take. From the time of this recording. So another base health right here. This is great equipment. I love this equipment because it's Majin Buu Saga related. So you can fit this in obviously the Ultra Super Vegito, Kid Buu, whatever the case may be, right? Any character around that realm. So yeah, you know, base in the third slot, I like how you can choose either base strike attack or base blast attack up to 15% each, and base health 8%, and then some defense on top as well. Now, for the other two slots, I do like this one as well. I have this one fully maxed out Z+. This is mainly for strike. You can get an extra 30% to strike, but you sacrifice a lot with it, because then you would get 12.5% to strike in the second slot, and then you can get an or here on the third slot, which is base blast defense 18% or base strike attack up to 18% as well. So that's an extra 30%, 30.5% to strike attack, and then as well as a base strike defense up to 15%. So this character has a lot of options, and then this is just another one here. If you guys want to take a look at it, it's just a basic Saiyan one. Now, you know, he's going to be more of a better character to be used if you use him correctly alongside a Trunks character. You don't need to bring out a Trunks battle member, but I believe we're going to get a brand new Trunks battle member as an LF in the very near future. Who knows? Maybe this month, maybe next. Who knows, right? We'll have to wait and see, because I know they're going to want to buff hybrids as well because of Gohan B, so it makes perfect sense to me. But here, you know, if Trunks is a battle member, inflicts foes with attribute downgrades when entering the battlefield. So if we just take a look at the Trunks characters like we were just looking, Sword of Hope Trunks is the best bet, and I covered this in my previous video, but I like to cover absolutely everything, especially for the newer viewers here. So welcome. You know, this free-to-play yellow Trunks is also kind of worthy in itself. After that, I would say there's a big drop-off. Nothing else. And if you want to run this Sword of Hope Trunks alongside the LF Majin Vegeta, that would be double blue, which is not a bad thing in today's meta, but, you know, it's just a little mismatch right there. I really hope this Majin Vegeta either buffs Majin Buu Saga or Vegeta Clan, not Saiyans, because we have so much blue Saiyans and all that good stuff. I just prefer a little bit something more unique. Hopefully Vegeta Clan, who knows, right? Because if he gets Vegeta Clan, this Trunks here would get buffed, which would be fun. And then if it's Majin Buu Saga, you know, this UTM would get buffed, which is going to have a brand new ability coming to his kit in the next version update, which is the Rising Rush Rescue, which is going to be really cool. As well as this Kid Buu would get buffed too. So yeah, just some fun stuff, guys. You know, this MUI Goku is still going to be very tanky, but I believe that if that Majin Vegeta does land a super on this MUI Goku, it's going to be a complete TKO. Complete. And excuse that siren in the background. Man, I'm telling you guys, I live in Gotham City. Like, Batman right now is chasing like a car. I shit you not. So, but yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are excited, what equipment you're going to use for this Majin Vegeta, and what do you think about this shadow nerf to MUI Goku. With that being said, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you guys simply like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, because why not? It's free, and we're almost up to 100,000 subscribers, so let's get there together. So until next time, or actually until 5 hours from now, I'll come out with more leaks. So stay tuned there with those notification bells on, guys. So yeah, catch you guys then. Have a good one. Peace.